Hey, what's up everybody? Sharon the Gamer. Welcome to my YouTube channel. I'll be streaming 2K16. My career mode, playing Hall of Fame. My character is still very new. Second year. But slowly growing. And it's a lot of fun. Alright, I hope you enjoy watching.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
I'll be putting off the mic. I'm on a phone call as well.
Hello everybody, I'm Ernie Johnson.
So yeah, hope you have a great one. And see you soon. Cheers. Enjoy.
Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. I'm so lucky. Tonight, it'll be the Sacramento Kings up against the San Antonio Spurs. Checking out the Spurs, the game tonight marks their second of 4 meetings they will play this season, and they come into this one feeling pretty good after winning the last time they met. And guys, the fans always enjoy hearing stories from your playing days. Let's talk teammates. Shaq, who were your favorite guys to play with over the years?
You know, everyone loves the Shaq, and Shaq has 4 rings, but I'm saying it here.
They all
in
love
real
the Shaq.
life. Everybody loves Shaq.
Okay.
I'm sexy, handsome, and qualified. That's what Shaq
I
says.
think my question was, who were your favorite
let
teammates?
me finish, Ernie. Let me finish. I'm quick to say, hey, I got 4 rings, but I could
You
not,
are quick to say that.
could not do without Brian Shaw. Brian Shaw was a guy that always looked for me. Similar with when how Kenny played with the King. He came down, made sure I got my shots off first. Derek Fisher, we all remember the .04 shot. Rick Fox was a hustler to go out and play. Big Shot Bob.
Oh, wow.
Saved
One of
me
my
so
favorites,
many
too.
times.
So he's won both of our favorites.
Big Shot Bob saved me so many times. I would probably only have one without Big Shot Bob. And Nick Van Exel, even though me and Nick didn't win together, we had a great time.
Well, obviously, he said Big Shot. Hakeem, Sam Cassell, Robert Horry, Vernon Maxwell. But one of my favorite of all time, Chucky Brown.
Oh, yeah.
My favorite teammate is Chucky Brown of all
You
time.
didn't say Otis Thorpe?
No, but Otis was cool.
Oh, my
But
God.
Chucky Brown was my favorite teammate of all time, man.
Guess who I would say my favorite teammates are?
Who?
Who's that? It's us? Oh, Ernie.
Really?
I thought you were going to say
Thanks,
another guy
Ernie.
who wasn't here.
I'm getting choked up a little bit. Thanks for joining us.
Need some tissue.
This is 2K Sports broadcasting from San Antonio as the Spurs take it to the hardwood here at the AT&T Center. Looking at San Antonio, they want to turn it around after the loss to the Pelicans at New Orleans Arena. And that does your confidence guys no favor. They got manhandled in that one. It wasn't pretty.
The offense just struggled mightily in that game. They went stretches where points just became very difficult to come by.
And ironically, their play wasn't that bad. It was just their shot making that went AWOL.
Now Sacramento starting 5. Freak, he's in at the 4 spot. Bellinelli is out there with Collison. Then there's DeMarcus Cousins, and it's Gay in at the small forward. The basket drops, and he gets fouled on the shot. One free throw coming his way. That's going to send DeMarcus Cousins to the line. Tim Duncan picks one up. Sacramento shooting their first free throw of the night. And that one falls for DeMarcus Cousins. And here are the Spurs. It's a 3-point game. They traveled to Sacramento last time they faced the Kings and came away with a win.
Yeah, and last time they faced off, really an easy win. They put together a pretty complete game, but their edge on the glass, for me, still stands out.
Yeah, I agree with you that the numbers shout loud and strong. I mean, a major edge for them clearing the backboards, and that was the difference on the scoreboard, too.
Really, the defense is helpless to stop a layup right there. Just too much of an advantage in terms of the mismatch.
Collison, the pass to Cousins. They set the pick. Here's Bellinelli. Duncan with the block.
That's another miss. Already they've missed 3 out of 4 to start.
Leonard kicks to Parker. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. Now here's Collison. Doris Burke has some information for us. Doris?
Kevin, Greg Popovich and I got a chance to talk for a bit. He said a big part of their focus defensively will be on trying to contain Rudy Gay, adding he presents some challenges because he can shoot over the top, and also he's a tremendous finisher inside. We've got to force him to that left hand, but I'm hoping we won't have to double too much because they have plenty of other guys who can knock it down. Kevin, the challenges are full.
Thanks, Doris. The drive by Collison. At the elbow, it's Cousins. That's in. He's got 2 made now, and he's shooting 2 for 3.
That is some real serious dime dropping there. Exquisite assist.
Here's Parker. That one falls. His second basket of the game. He's now 2 for 3.
And he's starting to get what he wants here early and often. Nice move.
Collison kicks to Cousins. And the layup's good off the glass. Cousins has got 7 points. If you're just tuning in, we played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. Collison against Parker. He dishes it to Aldridge. Nailed from three-point land. Aldridge has got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. The drive by Collison. Takes a big height bounce and goes in.
He's so tough to guard. He can fake you one way and then just spin right by you.
Outside Leonard lets the 3 fly, and the shot is good. Leonard's got his second bucket of the game to go.
How in the world did they let him get that wide open?
Collison dishes to Bellinelli. Here's Freak. Comes up empty down low. San Antonio leading. Parker outside. They kick it out to Green. And it's Sacramento with the rebound. A tough loss coming against the Rockets in the last game they played.
And talk about a team that just never seemed to get into a rhythm offensively. It was just an ugly game to watch.
Yeah, that's an understatement. I mean, they didn't appear to have any kind of cohesiveness in terms of game plan. And they never figured out how to attack the defense in them.
So it's the Spurs now. Sacramento able to drain the 3. And, yep, that's going to be a flagrant foul. Unnecessary contact.
And Kevin, I got to tell you, he's probably fortunate to just get a flagrant 1 there. I mean, so much contact. The officials easily could have gone even harder on him.
Greg, I agree. He better be on his best behavior from now on. One more flagrant of any variety, and he's out of here. Screen by Duncan. The drive by Green. There's the dish to Leonard. Out to the right wing. Parker kicks to Leonard. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot. The Kings trailing. Feeds it to Freak. Leonard with the steal. The 3, and it's good on the assist by Parker. Parker's got 4 assists now tonight.
The D with very little pressure on their perimeter shooters. 3 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have been of the 3-point variety.
And you need the defense to stop the bleeding.
Here's Bellinelli. And it's Freak missing.
Terrific job that time defending at the rim. I mean, it's not an easy task stopping that fella when he's headed to the bucket like that. Good job.
His ball distribution tonight just as good as it gets.
Yeah, it sure has been. I mean, all you have to do is look at the numbers. There's no line in those totals.
Now here's Freak. The pass to Bellinelli. Now here's Freak. He's covered by Leonard. Just 5 on the clock. And Bellinelli kicks to Freak to stop the run. Misses off the right iron.
That's not a sight you see very often. I mean, he has a great feel for that jump shot, especially when he's open.
Parker passes to Leonard. And another basket for San Antonio.
No doubt about the consistency when it comes to scoring the basketball for him tonight. A real nice lift for their offense.
Bellinelli dishes to Freak. Shot from the low block. Nice D from Duncan.
No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going this quarter.
Parker against Collison. Takes the 13-footer. Duncan. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Parker. Parker's got 6 assists now in the game.
And now, your Spurs team.
These teams were last season's best passers. The squads with the most assists.
Fluid offensively.
Here's what San Antonio's going with right now. Stoudemire comes in for Duncan, and it's West in for LaMarcus Aldridge. The Kings trail by 10. Kicks to Bellinelli. Parker against Rondo. Down low. Sacramento moving it around. Nobody near Gay. And all around the rim that time before dropping in.
I tell you what, it's almost like stealing to watch how he plays the game from this seat.
West setting the pick for Parker. At the elbow, Green. Dishes to West. Cannot hit. Nice D from Freak.
Oh, that's terrific defense there. That's how you protect the rim.
Over to the wing. Rondo is screen on Stoudemire. Pass to Freak. Here's Cauley Stein, and that's good. A nice job in the glass as they pick up 2 on the second effort.
And he just big-boyed it right there. The height advantage he's got down low, really difficult for them to defend.
Stoudemire setting the pick for Parker. It's deflected. And here they come. Here's Bellinelli, and fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2.
All the officials are all over that one.
Clearly a foul. I mean, didn't give him any choice but to blow the whistle. I mean, you got to play without fouling.
For Sacramento. Sacramento with the ball. Trailing by 10. And now brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. On the floor for Sacramento. Freak. He's in at power forward. Collison is out there with Bellinelli. Then there's Rudy Gay. And it's Cousins in at the 5 down low. San Antonio's gone 4-6 from outside the arc tonight. And Parker, here we go. Great D that time from Collison.
Great looking defense, really, just to disrupt the rhythm on that shot.
Yeah, really turned it from a simple, straightforward look into a very difficult shot. The number of points they've scored in the paint already today is pretty eye-opening.
It really is, Clark. The defenders need to do a better job of closing those lanes to the hoop.
And he hits it and gets hacked on the play. A 3-point possibility if he can convert the free throw.
Those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten in the first half here.
And I think they should continue to work the ball down low, Clark. It's really going to free up their outside shooting.
Here's Freak. Can't get it to go. Now San Antonio takes it the other way.
You know what? He's just stone cold right now. Really not sure if he's their best option offensively as they try to get back in this game.
The Kings trail by 10, and it's time for an injury report.
He told me that it doesn't look too serious. That's a bitter pill for them to swallow at such an early stage of the season. It really changes the look of this entire team, guys.
All right, Doris, really appreciate you finding out how he's doing.
And, you know, I know everyone is rooting for him to make a quick and full recovery.
Absolutely. I mean, his teammates want him back out there as much as he wants to be back out there.
2 shots.
And both free throws good for West. And for Sacramento, they're shooting at 46%, making some buckets. Here's Bellinelli. Mills with the rebound.
Well, one of his issues is he's a player that just does not excel at fighting through contact on his way to the rim.
And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, Doris Burke. Doris, over to you.
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Rockets really lit up the floor. He finished with 34 points and seemed to have a hand in every defensive stop. Good numbers for him in both the steals and blocks columns. Truly impressive numbers from him in a stellar performance. What a special night.
Great, Doris. Thanks. Any chance we see him top that performance right here tonight?
You know, I can't imagine he'd be able to pull off that kind of an outing 2 games in a row. But, hey, that's what the truly great ones are capable of doing.
Boy, even if he came close to matching it, that would be really impressive. But I tell you, that's asking an awful lot of one guy.
No other way to put it. Just a poor shooting performance for him. But luckily, his teammates have picked up the slack.
Cousins with a screen on Parker. And Bellinelli kicks to Freak. Baseline jumper. And count it. 2 points with a chance for one more at the free throw line.
What a play there. The hoop plus the harm.
Yeah, great concentration there, Greg. Hung in there. He didn't let that contact throw him off at all. Stayed focused on the rim, knew he was going to get hit, and still was able to finish. How about the night Cousins is having? He's got 10 points and a block.
Aldridge, no one around him. Not wasting any time and taking the shot and knocking it down.
And really, it looks like he may just try to take this thing over on his own and really build that lead up.
Inside, and stolen by Aldridge. And now in transition is Mills. Here we go. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Parker. Parker's got his 8th assist here tonight. And now we'll get a perspective here on how the hustle game has been going for the Spurs.
And it's been about their defense. They're playing with a frenetic pace, putting a lot of pressure on the ball handlers and forcing turnovers.
Some real tenacity here early on tonight, and it's paid off with a lot of second chance points.
Collison against Parker. Collison, the pass to Cousins. Fades away. Rebounded by the Spurs.
Well, they've only got a slight edge in rebounding when you look at the numbers, but it certainly feels a lot bigger than it is.
Yeah, the score has a lot to do with that. Their overall effort and execution has been elite.
San Antonio shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
Yeah, a year ago, though, Kevin, 78% conversion rate from the free throw line. So that's a nice all-around effort.
And, you know, a lot of times, guys, in some of their performances last year, their free throw numbers helped them win games.
Collison dishes to Freak. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Freak's got 4 points in the quarter.
That's exactly why you don't leave your feet until the shooter elevates. He went for that pump fake, hook, line, and sinker.
Here we go, San Antonio, please.
A moment to check in with Doris Burke. Doris?
Hey, Kevin, I got a chance to hear what George Karl was saying to the team. He was intent on running the offense through DeMarcus Cousins. Coach stressed the importance of getting the ball in his hands as soon as possible at the start of their possessions. No question he's going to be the key guy for them offensively. I'm sure Coach is hoping those changes turn the tide in this game and shrink the deficit before halftime. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, Doris, thanks. Gay kicks to Collison. Clock at 6. Back to Gay. Deflects the pass. It's stolen by West. To the inside. Shot's good by Mills. And the Spurs lead by 17.
Almost uncontested. I mean, it's nice to be able to add to the lead without having to really work for it.
Pass to Cousins. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
And if that doesn't get them fired up, guys, nothing will.
Greg, just what the doctor ordered, huh? Some high-flying antics to narrow the deficit.
Tell you what, fellas, that could give them the energy boost they've been looking for.
Duncan, and it's blocked. And they'll keep possession. And the block shot turns into a shooting foul. So the defensive effort there a bit too much, as the officials will send him to the line, and he'll shoot some free throws. For San Antonio, they have shot 5 of 6 at the foul line tonight. The first free throw is good.
Well, how about LaMarcus Aldridge in this one? He has 8 points and Some big-time defense with the 3 steals, too.
Both free throws good from Aldridge.
You know, they've changed their game here in the second, getting a little bit more physical, playing with some toughness now.
And I'm looking for them to increase that lead if they can keep getting to the free throw line.
Freak with it. Aldridge on him. Here's Freak. Shot clock at 5. Can't get it to go. And San Antonio will go the other way with it.
I'd love to see them impose themselves a little more on the backboard. That's a great way to find confidence. Always a surefire way to get back in the game.
Well, guys, they need to do something to reduce this deficit. We'll see if that's the answer. Boy, they've gone on this run, and ball movement has been a big key.
It really has, Clark. The defense unable to react as quickly as necessary in terms of dealing with their passing.
Tried to bank it in, but he misses. Spurs leading by 19. It's Parker with the drive, and he gets it to go. Parker's got 4 points now in the quarter.
And when the score is as lopsided as it is, and you can see they smell blood in the water, my man is going for the jugular.
No good from Cousins. San Antonio's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. From 13, and there's West. That good on the assist by Parker. Parker's got 10 assists here tonight. So active. The Kings have gone 4 of 10 in the second quarter from the field. Clark, they've been looking out of sync offensively.
You know what? A basket here would do a lot for their confidence.
West against Gay. Can they get it? No good. West with some nice D. The Spurs have gone 8 of 14 in the second quarter on field goal attempts. He kicks it to Duncan. Parker outside. Shoots the 3. Sacramento grabs the miss. Freak's got 6 rebounds in the game. Cousins against Parker. A floater, and so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2.
Yeah, the defender all over him.
Greg, he got him good there. I mean, that's why the shot was so far off.
For Sacramento, they have made 8 of their 12 free throws in this game. So San Antonio going with an almost entirely new group here. Stoudemire's checked in for Duncan. Diaw comes in for LaMarcus Aldridge. Leonard, he's checked in for David West. And it's Green in for Patty Mills. Sacramento also making some changes. Cauley-Stein, he's checked in for Cousins. Caspi comes in for Rudy Gay. Rajon Rondo is subbed in for Bellinelli. And Caspi kicks to Rondo. Sacramento moving it around. Freak passes to Collison. Now here's Freak. Not a lot of room. Here's Cauley-Stein, and he throws it down hard with one hand.
Where's the box out? Some easy second chance opportunities there.
Those kinds of mistakes drive me crazy and will absolutely derail a team's chance to win.
And the wide open shot from Green. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. Green's got his 3rd basket of the night right there. Rondo dishes to Freak. Outside for Rondo. Collison, the pass to Freak. Plays it up and banks it in. Freak's got 6 in the quarter.
That was a nice finish to an excellent possession.
San Antonio leading by 20. Leonard with no one around. And it's in after a nice bounce off the right side.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
Well, when you look at the assist totals, heck, they've been clearly the better team. You know, he just hasn't looked right to me. A bit out of sorts, if you will. Something's off with his mechanics, at least as I look at it.
And some changes here for the King. And through the first half.
Well, obviously a lot of ground for you guys to make up in that second half. Do you expect Coach to shake things up to try to jumpstart you here in the third?
I wouldn't be surprised if he did. We came out and laid an egg that first half, straight up. Right now, any chance to wake us up would be welcome. But we know we can play a lot better than that.
Hang tough, young man. Kevin, this league is not easy on the young ones.
back to the action now. It's been a one-team show so far. We'll see if that changes here in the third.
Leonard has been playing really well. 22 points, and he's knocked down a pair of three-pointers in this game, too.
And maybe it's time for them to set a few more screens for him up top and let him add to that total.
Parker and Green are the guard pairing. Kawhi Leonard is out there with LaMarcus Aldridge. And it's Duncan in at the 5, roaming the paint. That's the San Antonio 5.
You got it. Get the ball inside.
Freak sets a screen for Collison. To the left side wing. There's the feed to Freak. Gay outside. Cousins with a screen for Gay. Goes up off the pick. And Freak throws it down.
Beautiful pick by the big man, Cousins.
San Antonio's gone 5 of 10 from downtown tonight. 50% exactly. Passes it to Aldridge. And it's good on the assist by Parker. And that's now 11 points for LaMarcus Aldridge. Collison kicks to Gay, right wing. Gets a nice look. And the shot no good, a bit short.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Yeah, rebounding has been a big key in this one, Greg. They've asserted their will and have taken control on the glass.
Back to Duncan. Parker outside. 4 on the shot clock. Here's the 3. Out of bounds. Sacramento will take possession.
And now a look at Tim Duncan. Some stats on him. Great showing for him last season. 11th in blocks. And he was among the top 20 rebounders in the league. Never shy about throwing his weight around in the paint.
And, you know, anytime you take it inside against him, you know it may be coming back the other way.
Bellinelli with the 3. LaMarcus Aldridge grabs the miss. Aldridge has got 4 rebounds in this game. Got a piece of it. And stolen by Gay.
Got it. Let's get the ball inside.
Collison against Green. Tipped away.
Still a bit chilly from the field at the start of this third quarter. 1 of 4 so far.
Bellinelli pulls it in. Kings have gotten just one of their first 4 shots to fall since coming out of the locker room with the break. He feeds it to Cousins, and he gets it to go. Cousins has got 14.
And he's really shot the ball well, but it hasn't been contagious.
Collison against Parker, and Leonard has it in the corner. And it's good on the assist by Parker. And it's now 26 points for Kawhi Leonard. The Kings have gone 2 of 5 shooting here in the third quarter. There's the pick. Bellinelli dishes to Freak. Feeds it to Bellinelli. 6 to shoot. Cousins cans the 12-footer. Cousins has got 4 points now in the quarter.
Just no chance for the smaller defender to block that shot.
He's really, really good at using his size to free himself up for those mid-range jumpers. A master.
And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Cousins. And now we're 3 minutes into the third quarter of play. Breaks a big high bounce and goes in. And that's now 11 points for Duncan.
Textbook. Nice pass. Great catch. Even better finish.
Get the ball inside.
Collison, the pass to Freak. In transition, here comes San Antonio. And Leonard gets it to go.
Wow, the floor just really opened up for him on that possession.
Yeah, I mean, I'm all for good offense, but that was just a terrible reaction from the defense. Ball inside.
Freak sets a screen for Cousins. Now the dish to Green. Lets it go from 14.
Well, that's an excellent challenge right there. Good job contesting that shot by the defender. Got it. Let's get the ball inside.
The pass to Freak. Gay outside. Now here's Freak. He's covered by Leonard. Freak using his post move to get the 2 points. Freak's got 10 points in the game.
You love it when a big man has those soft hands. Rarely any problem converting that close to the rim.
Kicks it to Aldridge. Puts up a three. It's hauled in by Collison.
Well, that defense went from poor to no defense at all.
And when he's open like that, you don't see him miss those looks very often.
San Antonio's gone 0-2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Parker kicks to Aldridge. And it's good. Fought through contact, hits the shot. He'll go to the free throw line.
Boy, that was a thing of beauty by Parker.
A different look now for San Antonio. West comes in for Tim Duncan. And it's Mills in for Tony Parker.
Got it. Let's get the ball inside.
Collison dishes to Cousins. Pass to Bellinelli. Kings moving the ball around. Freak with it. Aldridge is there. Here's Freak. Tries again. The basket drops, and he gets fouled on the shot. One free throw coming his way.
I like the way he's not forcing anything, taking advantage of what the defense has given him. He's been a key contributor for them in this quarter.
And what's your take, guys, in the hustle stats for the Spurs?
Their high-energy defensive effort has paid off for them, guys, with more than a few steals over the course of the ball game.
Yeah, but also, they haven't missed a beat in terms of their fast break game. That's been equally as effective all night long.
And that one's good. 16 points for LaMarcus Aldridge.
Plays like that, the hustle plays on the backboard, the second chance points that have really caused problems all day for the defense.
Gay passes to Freak. Back to Gay. To the left side wing. 5 to shoot. Dishes it to Cousins. It's stolen by West. And Mills kicks to Green. And some very quick points for him on that possession. Green's got 10 points in the game.
You know, there's no better sign of how efficiently a team is operating than their assist numbers. And theirs are fantastic.
Just beautiful when they play the game like this.
Freak with it. Aldridge is there. 6 on the shot clock. Gay dishes to Freak. Knocks it loose. LaMarcus Aldridge grabs the miss. Aldridge has got his 7th rebound here tonight. Here's Leonard. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there. This is his first free throw of the game.
Really a good season for him overall last year when you look at the number, 83% from the line.
Yeah, that's a great asset to have, guys, for any team. Coming down the stretch in close games, you've got a guy who's confident and very good at the line. When he steps up there, you feel good about it.
The Spurs making a switch here. Stoudemire's checked in. Then for the Kings, Cauley-Stein, he's checked in for Cousins. McCollum comes in for Marco Bellinelli. Rajon Rondo is subbed in for Darren Collison. And there's the 3-second violation. Let's take a moment to look at the 2K leaderboard and see last year's highest-scoring teams. In 4th, the Spurs.
This was one of the better scoring teams last year. They had a lot of different offensive weapons to choose from, and they knew exactly how to use them most effectively.
Sacramento making a switch here. Caspi's checked in.
Nice work on the inside. Hard to get that one up and over the big fella.
Well, it's not supposed to be easy down there, and a little artistry on the inside helped him make it happen.
Shot to stop the run, and Freak with the layup. Freak's got 6 here in this quarter.
He got a great read of where that miss was going, and that allowed him to be the first guy to it and get the putback.
San Antonio's gotten a lot of looks from outside tonight, 5 of 12. Now here's Mills. He's covered closely. West outside. Leonard attacking, and he gets it to go. Leonard's got 34.
How about the way he's able to angle his body to shield the big fella off and still get the finish?
You've got to be clever with your sleight of hand when you get inside and try to finish against the bigger guys. And he made it look easy that time. Fellas, that 2-hand monster slam was vicious.
I don't think there was anyone, and I mean anyone, that could have stopped him on that one.
I tell you what, I'm glad they didn't try, because somebody might have got their feelings hurt.
Here's McCollum. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist. McCollum's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
And a sharp pass to set up that high percentage shot in close.
Rondo with the steal. And now the fast break. Rondo with the ball. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. And he hasn't cashed in on his chances at the line, only making one free throw. That free throw, no good. The Spurs making a... San Antonio also making some changes. Duncan, he's checked in for Diaw. Aldridge comes in for Daniel Green. And it's Kawhi Leonard in for Patty Mills. And the Kings will go for a different look here. Freaks checked in for Cauley Stein. Gay comes in for Caspi. Then McLemore, he's checked in for McCollum. And it's Collison in for Rajon Rondo. On the court right now for the Kings. Collison runs the point with McLemore at the 2. Freak is out there with Rudy Gay. And it's Koufos in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. To the paint. Stoudemire trying to break free. Misses in close. For Sacramento, they've gone just 1 of 6 from the field to start the fourth quarter. A bit of a slowdown for them right now. Collison kicks to Koufos. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2. That one is on Stoudemire. That one is off. So he comes up empty, missing both. Spurs have gone 5 for 9 from the field in the final quarter so far. It's Parker with the drive, and he gets the bucket.
The defender was spinning around like an agitator in a washing machine after that crossover.
I think you're right. Looks a little bit dizzy after that one.
Collison against Anderson. Stolen by Anderson. Here's Parker. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
What a game for Tony Parker. He has 14 points and a crazy number of assists.
He's just been impossible to contain. He's been unreal in this game.
Utterly fantastic is how I would categorize that performance, Greg.
Collison, the pass to Freak. Out left to the wing. Now Collison. Just 5 to shoot. McLemore. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed. McLemore's got 4 points in the quarter.
Great job to hit his teammate on that move, Kevin.
Here's Anderson. To the middle. Here's Blatch. Koufos grabs the miss.
And that's the way you want to defend. Nice job there.
Always important to have that good interior defense.
Down low. And Freak gets it to go on the assist by Collison. Collison's got his 5th assist in this one. Got a piece of it. Stolen by Gay. The drive by Collison. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
Blatant contact. Straightforward call. Simple.
Boris Diaw's checked in for the Spurs. Mills comes in for Kawhi Leonard. For San Antonio, they've gone 6 of 11 since the start of the fourth quarter. Stolen by Collison. And now Sacramento on the break.
Move the ball.
Gay in the corner. Fires the 3. And once again off the mark by Sacramento. Gay's gone 2 for 7. Struggling a bit. Diaw against Gay. And here's Mills. Shot clock at 6. From deep. Sacramento grabs the miss.
Good little 2-man action there, but they just can't get the shot to fall.
Yeah, but that was a beauty. Good-looking shot, well-executed play. I wouldn't be surprised to see them go back to it. I tell you what, fellas, he loves those mid-range jumpers. I mean, that's where he makes his money.
Diaw, the screen. Parker kicks to Diaw. Back to Parker. Watch with it. San Antonio again missing. Now here's Collison. He dishes it to Koufos. Boom, he jams it straight down.
Wow, what a pass there. He made that a very easy basket with that setup.
San Antonio's gotten off to an 0-for-2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. And that's out of bounds. San Antonio will retain possession.
And you can tell that pass just hung in the air for a long time.
Yeah, exactly. Long enough for him to get a hand on it and knock it out of play.
Green, he's checked in for Tony Parker. C.J. McCollum, he's checked in for Sacramento.
Excellent communication on the inbound play there, guys. He got in a good position, and the pass was as it needed to be, on time and on target.
There's the pick. To the middle. Here's Freak. Second shot opportunity. A nice shot by Koufos. Koufos has got 5 points now this quarter.
I'm not sure who was supposed to be on him that possession. I mean, apparently neither did the defenders.
Now Mills. Out to the wing. Shoots. And it's Freak with the rebound. Freak's got 14 rebounds tonight. Going after it. Gay can't get it to go. Spurs have gone 7 of 15 from the floor here in the fourth. Right around 46-47%. Green, the screen. And Mills kicks to Diaw. Koufos with the block. And he recovers it. And the basket by Diaw.
And they are trying to put the hammer down, attacking the rim whenever they can.
The Kings have gone only 6 of 14 from the field in the fourth. They set the pick. Gay drives in. Pass to Koufos. Out of bounds. Kings ball as Sacramento keeps possession.
Sacramento ball.
There's 1:38 left in the fourth. McCollum dishes to Koufos. The timely screen gave him a step, and he took it all the way.
And he's shaking off that slow start, giving them a boost here in the second. And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout, big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for San Antonio.
But, Steve, you know, you don't see this kind of a blowout often. But tonight, this is a quality win across the board to deliver out Clark this kind of punishment.
Well, you know what? I thought they did a nice job of playing against the game. They kept the pressure on and clearly were dominant in every area.
And so with this win, they'll move to 6 victories on the season.
And as we get set to put this one to bed, a one-sided season series thus far. They've won 2 straight.
Yep, but 2 more to go before the end of the season, and they'll obviously be very confident heading into those 2 games.
And beyond the actual result of this game, fans are going to look back and see this was just a monstrous performance for Leonard. There wasn't much they could do to slow him down as he was converting every good chance he got.
And here now the Kings. Freak kicks to Gay. McCollum passes to Freak. The feed to McCollum. 5 on the clock. Diaw with the steal. Here's Mills. And so it's San Antonio easily taking this one. This game may not have been the most exciting we've ever seen, but you have to appreciate just what a clinical performance they put on.
Yeah, they were the superior team in every department, in every category to me, Kevin. I know their fans loved it and appreciated it.
And now we'll send it down to Doris Burke, who's standing by courtside.
David,
the 2K Sports postgame show.
Thank you, Kevin. And now let's move on to the presentation of our Kawhi Leonard. Just a monster first quarter of the game. He came out hot and just never cooled down. That boost he gave his team early on, a huge factor. Kenny, what did you like about his game?
There's no question about it. As far as small forwards go, Kawhi Leonard is right up there with the best of them. You know if you leave him open, he's going to knock it down every look he gets. But what makes him elite is his stifling brand of D.
His accuracy from the field was pretty eye-catching. I mean, if he was shooting the ball, it was going in. You rarely see a performance like this with this crazy high shooting percentage. Wow.
And that brings us to the end of our broadcast for this evening.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
This is 2K Sports. I'm Ernie Johnson. Welcome to the NBA. We're joined by the legends Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Tonight, we'll see the Los Angeles Clippers as they play against the Sacramento Kings. Well, for Sacramento, relative to last season, their record at this point, not quite up to par. They're looking for answers, looking for improvement as the season continues. And Chris Paul will be in action tonight, and no doubt he is one of the best in the game. There are a lot of great point guards in the league, but Shaq, is he still the most complete point guard, would you say?
I would say yes. He makes his teammates immensely better with his on-point passing. Ernie, he still showed us the last playoffs that he could still hit that clutch shot.
Yeah, I still say he's one of the best on-ball defenders and basketball hawks at his position. Great all-around guard, great all-around player, and probably, I would say, one of the best leaders other than LeBron James in the game.
Let's go courtside. What do you say? Kevin Harlan has got the call.
Two-K Sports checks in with our loyal viewers with a broadcast from Los Angeles, the home of the Clippers, the Staples Center. And here it comes, the NBA on 2K Sports. With Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan. Clippers hoping to give a strong showing here for their home crowd. Still trying to find that groove they had last year. They'd like to grab hold of some new momentum and get closer, Steve, to where they were a season ago.
I guarantee you what, guys, the adrenaline is already flowing on both sides. A rivalry matchup like this means a little more to the players than just any other game.
And not just the players, Greg. How about the fans, too? I mean, they get into this thing as well. We've got an electric atmosphere in here, just like it always is when these two teams square off. It should be a good one, and I'm glad to be right in the middle of it.
Let's take a look at our starters for Sacramento. Freak in at power forward. Bellinelli is out there with Collison. Then there's Rudy Gay, and it's Cousins in at the 5 down low. Here's Pierce. No luck. Great D that time from Collison. The Los Angeles Clippers coming to this one after the win against the Thunder in Oklahoma City.
And really an emphatic win for them, especially considering that it came in an opponent's building, and there's no question it was their offense that carried them.
I love the way they went and got this game, Greg. I mean, they attacked at every opportunity, never relaxed or sat back, and as a result, they eventually pulled away.
And that one's good. And here is Paul. A 17-point game for him in the win against Oklahoma City.
I like the fact that he led his teammate right to the ideal spots. You don't always throw it to your teammate. You throw it to where he needs to be.
Now here's Gay. Just over a minute and a half played here in this one. Bellinelli dishes to Freak.
Off.
6 to shoot. He kicks to Bellinelli. And stolen by Redick. Unloads from 13. Here's Paul, laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
Oh, that is just weak defense there. I'm pretty sure that was not the plan to give him those kind of baskets at the hoop.
Now here's Cousins. He's coming off a 19-point game against the Spurs in San Antonio.
Kevin, that's beautiful. With the guy all over him, the fadeaway was about the only option he had, and he cashed in on it.
Here's Paul. There's the pass to Redick. There's the dish to Griffin. Shot clock at 6. They get it back. And now Sacramento on the break. Gay with the ball. The shot by Bellinelli. No good.
That's really too easy a chance to miss, guys. He needs to be more aggressive and focused on his finishes.
Griffin with it. His last outing, he had 8 points. Redick with the bucket.
They really can't allow him too many open looks like that. I mean, that's just inviting trouble.
The Kings trail by 5. Let's go quickly over to Doris Burke for an update.
Guys, I caught up with Doc Rivers for a minute. He said a big part of their focus defensively will be on trying to contain Rudy Gay, adding he presents some challenges because he can shoot over the top, and also he's a tremendous finisher inside. We've got to force him to that left hand, but I'm hoping we won't have to double too much because they have plenty of other guys who can knock it down. Kevin, the challenges are full.
Thanks, Doris. Collison against Paul. Feeds it to Redick. Takes the three. Good, and Paul gets the assist. Redick's got 6.
Wow, what a clever pass that time by Chris Paul.
For Sacramento, they've gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. Gay outside. Here's Freak. No good. And the Clippers will go the other way with it. They traveled to Sacramento last time they faced the Kings and came away with a win.
Yeah, dominant win for them their last time in this matchup. And what jumps off the stat page was their advantage on the board.
Yeah, they were overpowering you inside, and you really got to like their chances, Greg, if they can replicate that tonight.
And the idea of setting a screen on that play was right, but just poor execution.
Yeah, it just can't be a hard screen at all costs. There is a legality to how you set a screen, so you got to be inside of both lines, legal and hard.
And it's Griffin with the rebound.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
Bounces high off the rim and drops. Griffin's got 6.
Really well done there. Just confident and composed, never in a hurry.
Collison kicks to Gay. To the left wing. Here's Cousins. Sacramento again missing. Here's Los Angeles now. They're on a 14-6 run. Paul with the ball. Picked up by Collison. Jordan the screen. And Redick kicks to Jordan. And stolen by Cousins. Collison against Redick. Collison the pass to Cousins. That's good.
You know what? That's what you like to see. A perfect pass leading him right into the shot. Didn't even have to break stride.
Griffin sets the screen for Paul. Jordan the screen. Redick dishes to Paul. Passes to Redick. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Inside. And it's denied. Now Bellinelli looking for his first basket still in this one. With some arc. Collison, no good.
And with room like that off the pick, you have got to knock that one down.
Well, you know, they did everything right, Greg. They executed. All you want is a good look at the basket. Sometimes the shots just don't fall.
And really smart to draw his man out to the perimeter. He's giving up too much size to be effective inside.
Shows nice basketball IQ. I agree, Greg. I mean, if he finds his spot on the perimeter and doesn't force it, I think his outside shot will be hard to block no matter who's defending it.
And the Clippers making a switch here. Crawford's checked in. McCollum's checked in for Sacramento. Rondo comes in for Darren Collison.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that. That's your only option.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, free throws are always better than a layup. So I'd agree with you there, Greg.
Los Angeles leading by 8. Crawford kicks to Paul. Jordan with the screen on Rondo. Off the screen. And slam dunk by Jordan.
And really, these teams don't even look like they belong on the same court today.
I don't think they do, based on what we've seen. A double-digit lead, and we're still in the first. Ouch. That's painful.
3 of 4 to start. Young fella came to play.
Rondo against Paul. He dishes it to Griffin. Rebound by the Kings. They couldn't put the pieces together, losing that last matchup with San Antonio.
Yeah, major problems at the charity stripe in that game. They just could not convert their free throws.
And that makes it hard to win, especially on the road. You get a chorus of about 20,000 yelling at you every time you put one off the rim. Boy, that's got to wear on you.
Now here's McCollum following the miss by Griffin. McCollum no good.
Boy, just by his body language, Kevin, you can tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Yeah, it seemed like he had great rhythm on that. You can see the disappointment in his face.
The Kings trail by 11. On the court for the Kings as the second quarter gets underway. Freak, he's in at power forward. Collison is out there with Bellinelli. Then there's DeMarcus Cousins, and it's Gay in at the 3 slot. Now here's Pierce. Pierce is doubled, kicks it out to Paul. It's good from long range. Paul's got the opening basket here in the second quarter for the Clippers. And a closer look here at the hustle stats for the Clippers.
Boy, they've really amped up the pressure at the defensive end, guys, and have piled up the steals in the early going.
And also defensively, they've been able to cause some turnovers tonight, and that also builds confidence and gives you momentum.
Jordan the screen. Paul kicks to Pierce. And a great assist by Paul as that one goes in. Pierce has got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Collison against Paul. And Bellinelli kicks to Freak. Here's Cousins. And that one is stuffed right through.
Just a terrific effort on the offensive glass. That's how they're going to cut into this lead.
And Greg, a dunk like that is sure to give them a spark.
Which is a spark they desperately need, Kevin. They've got to ramp up the intensity.
The shot by Pierce will not go.
It's not winning basketball when you're attempting shots like that.
Yeah, come on now. You got to remember it's a team game. He's got 4 teammates out there with him. I don't think he needs to try to do it all by himself like that.
Cousins. And they're going to count the bucket and send him to the line. It could be a 3-point play. And he's got his first chance at the line here.
And I look back at his numbers from the free throw line last year, 78%, so not too bad.
Excellent game we've seen from DeMarcus Cousins. He has 11 points, and he's added a steal to his stat line also.
And you know what? The number is not huge, but he has been doing some valuable defensive work for them.
Los Angeles shooting their second and third shots at the line right here. And Paul drills both of them. The Kings trail by 12. Collison, the pass to Bellinelli. Out of bounds, Kings ball as Sacramento keeps possession. And here in the second, 2 minutes gone by. And that one's good. Cousins.
And he's really shot the ball well, but it hasn't been contagious.
Paul dishes to Hansbrough. Cannot hit. For Sacramento, they've gotten 4 of their first 5 shots to fall in the second quarter. Outstanding shooting. The baseline J. No good from Cousins. Clippers leading by 10. It's taken away by Collison. It's 2-on-1. Up the floor. That's good from Gay on the assist by Collison.
Excellent work there in transition.
Yeah, I think it's always better to go early in transition, to attack when it's there, because oftentimes you can beat the defense down the floor.
Catch up with Doris from the sideline.
Yes, Kevin, over that break, I was able to catch the message George Karl was giving to his team. He was intent on running the offense through DeMarcus Cousins. Coach asked him directly to take the reins of their offense. He wants him to have a huge impact at that end of the floor for the rest of this game. They're not going to wait for halftime. They want those adjustments to have an impact right away. Over to you, Kevin.
Thank you, Doris. Here's Collison. Following the basket by Chris Paul. Gay with no one around. Good, and the assist goes to Collison. Collison's got 5 assists tonight. Collison against Paul. Redick, and he lays it straight in. Redick's got 8.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with the way they work down low.
It's becoming a theme in this game, Clark. They are piling up the points in the paint.
Now here's Freak. 14 points from him the last game against San Antonio.
And how about the job he did rebounding as well, guys? I mean, just a dominant performance on the glass.
And he shows the focus there, nails the technical. So here's Sacramento. 9-point game.
And started hot, and he's only gotten hotter.
And almost 4 minutes gone here in the second quarter of play. Ball outside. Jordan kicks to Redick. Back to Jordan. It's Pierce on the wing. Again, Los Angeles.
And really, he's just done a great job of finding the open man every trip down.
Boy, it sure has seemed as though he's done it every time. It's been an awesome display of passing for him today.
And it's blocked by Jordan. And now, running up the court, Pierce pushing it up. The feed now to Redick. Rebound by the Kings. Outside Collison. Pass to Cousins. Some nice ball movement here by the Kings. Collison, the pass to Freak. Gay outside. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Freak. It's hauled in by the Clippers. Hansbrough's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Dishes it to Redick. Here's Jordan, and fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2. And he's got his first free throw of the game.
At the line for your Clippers.
No good on that one.
Jordan. 2 shots.
And he sinks the second.
You know, they've changed their game here in the second. Getting a little bit more physical, playing with some toughness now.
And I'm looking for them to increase that lead if they can keep getting to the free throw line.
Now here's Freak. He feeds it to Collison. 18 feet out. Cousins, no good.
Most of the time, that shot will go down. Boy, the defenders have to make sure they tag it.
And again, no good by the Clippers.
Well, that's clearly a situation you want to make sure you don't give him too good of a look at it.
No doubt about it. You cannot let up defensively just because he missed that one.
Collison against Paul. Out to the right wing. Bellinelli with the 3. That falls. Great assist by Darren Collison. Collison's got 6 assists here tonight. Pass to Redick. Jordan the screen. Paul, no one around him. And right away, they match it with a 3-pointer of their own.
The rapid-fire threes coming from everywhere.
Yeah, I'm not sure of the quality of that 3-point shot attempt right there. Going at it the way they did, but it all worked out for him.
Now, here's Gay. 9 points in the game so far. 5 on the clock. From 6 away, and he gets that one to go off the front iron. And it's 6 points for Freak. Clippers leading by 10. Paul outside. Puts it up from 17, and he's able to get it back. To the inside. Here's Hansbrough. No luck. And Sacramento will go the other way with it. Outside Collison. The open shot, Gay, and there are the Kings with another bucket.
And he's caught fire this quarter yet to miss a shot.
The Clippers have gone 7 of 13 from the field since the start of the second. Now here's Paul. He's got 14. Kicks to Hansbrough. Fires for 3. Again, the miss by Paul. The Kings trail by 8. Freak dishes to Collison. Down low. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2.
What a great game for Gay. He has 11 points and a steal.
And we really just need to take 2.
The Kings making a change here. So we've reached the end.
Some ground for you to make up, no doubt, here in the first half. What are the areas you need to improve on to get back even with them?
The second half just about to get going here.
know, Paul is playing really well. He's got 14 points, and what a game he's had passing the ball, too.
I love the fact that he plays for his teammates, really spreading the ball around, getting everyone involved.
Inside, it's Griffin and Jordan. Chris Paul and J.J. Redick are the guards. And it's Pierce in at the 3. That's who's out there for the Clippers. Bellinelli. Rebound by the Clippers. Jordan's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. From the baseline. That's good from Paul Pierce on the assist by Paul. Paul's got assist number 9 now. Wow, what an effort here tonight. Collison against Paul. Gay outside. Freak with it. Griffin's there. And so he earns a trip to the line. Official saw the contact and he'll shoot 2. The Kings have had a disappointing game so far from the line. Only 3 free throws made. And he knocks down the first one.
Stay tight on it.
And both free throws good from Freak. And a minute played as the second half gets going. Here's Paul. Inside. And the slam by Blake Griffin.
Boy, he's just dangling from the rim after sending it through there.
You can see which team now has the swagger Clark right now.
Yeah, it's with them.
And guys, that swagger can backfire because you don't want to get your opponent a little too riled up.
Freak with it. Griffin on him. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Freak. The shot's good. Collison making the play. Collison's got his 7th assist in the game.
I love how he used his height advantage on that shot.
And he had the nice soft touch with it, too.
Here's Griffin. Again, the Clippers.
That's their 3rd straight make off an assist.
Great ball movement.
The Kings trail by 12.
You got it. Just get the ball inside.
A drive by Collison and taken away by Paul. Now the Clippers moving it up. Redick with the bucket. Redick's got 10.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
You know, the defense, Greg, has really been kept off balance because of the outstanding passes. 4 straight field goals have been made off an assist.
Gay kicks to Freak. It's hauled in by DeAndre Jordan. Jordan's got 6 rebounds here tonight.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Yeah, rebounding has been a big key in this one, Greg. They've asserted their will and have taken control on the glass.
Well, we're into the 3rd quarter, just over 2.5 minutes played.
Get the ball inside.
Collison kicks to Gay. Collison the pass to Cousins. Gay outside. Just 5 to shoot. And the shot is long.
And they're 1 of 4 here to start the second half.
And Doris Burke has something for us. Hey, Doris.
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Spurs made some major contributions. He ended with 14 points, and that was just part of the story. He came away with a double-double for his troubles in that one. A nice showing for him in what has been a rough start to the season for his team.
Doris, thank you. Well, guys, you know, he made play after play in that game.
You know, let's see if he can keep it going tonight. I say he does. I'll bet he goes off again.
That's a pretty bold prediction there. I mean, he's going to have to be very, very strong to even come close to dittoing that performance.
Jordan the screen. Paul kicks to Griffin. Goes up the baseline. There's the bucket. Good. Griffin's got 6 points in the quarter.
And he could be the guy to put this game out of reach.
There's the pass to Gay. Just over 3.5 minutes through the 3rd quarter of play now. Screen by Cousins. Collison kicks to Freak. Collison against Paul. The dish to Griffin. And it's Pierce in the corner. That drops. And it comes off an assist from Griffin. And that's now 9 points for Paul Pierce. The Kings trail by 16. Collison kicks to Gay. Feeds it to Freak. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2. It's going to be on Blake Griffin.
How about the game for Freak? 10 points and 2 blocks. His success in the assist department is carried over to the free throw line.
Boy, has he been steady at the helm today.
And the Clippers making a change here. Hansbrough's checked in. And both free throws good from Freak. Clippers leading by 14. And it's Pierce in the corner. There's a screen by Hansbrough. Out of bounds, Sacramento takes possession. These teams were last season's best passers. The squads with the most assists in the NBA. The Clippers in second.
Well, I thought this team last season was a team that had some beautiful dimes. I mean, they would spread the floor with their ball movement and spacing and player movement. It was a beautiful thing to watch. Nice passes leading to baskets.
Collison against Paul. Here's Freak. And a strong finish with 2 hands.
And if that doesn't get them fired up, guys, nothing will.
Greg, just what the doctor ordered, huh? Some high-flying annex to narrow the deficit.
Tell you what, fellas, that could give them the energy boost they've been looking for.
Picked by Griffin. It's Redick on the wing. Here's Hansbrough. Excellent D there from Freak.
Usually if he gets to the rim, he's converting it into points. But the defense stood tall there.
And the double clutch layup in that situation, that's just him playing to the crowd, guys.
Clippers leading by 10. And here is Paul. 14 points for him. No good.
And I love the way he uses his size there to make sure he gets that board.
Collison kicks to Freak. And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
And all of a sudden, the shots now falling in bunches. The complexion of this game has completely changed.
Yeah, and that was the only thing that could have brought him back in this game. Everything had to start dropping. And boy, have they gotten on a roll.
Paul dishes to Pierce. And just miss after miss right now.
High quality shot. Just a little off there with the release.
And Greg, that has him S-H-H-E, shaking his head. Tough miss that time.
Redick passes the ball. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. And guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for Los Angeles?
Fantastic passing. We saw it in the first half, and it's carried over here in the second.
They've really been on fire from beyond the arc tonight, too. I mean, a lot of their points have come from out there. You got it.
Collison kicks to Gay. Here's Freak. And the foul called on DeMarcus Cousins. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. Jamal Crawford, he's checked in for Pierce. Rajon Rondo is checked in for Sacramento. Los Angeles leading by 9. Paul outside. To the paint. Here's Hansbrough. Takes a big height bounce and goes in. Hansbrough's got his 2nd basket of the game.
And bullseye with that assist. Nice delivery there in traffic.
There's a good screen. The drive by Rondo. Collison. Redick with the rebound. Redick's got 3 rebounds now in this one. On the wing, Jamal Crawford. The offensive rebound. Hansbrough. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
Here's a look at some stats for DeMarcus Cousins. Last season, he played outstanding. Last season, he averaged 18 points per, 11 rebounds, and 4 assists. And he gives them a nice rotation on the front court. He is a quality reserve.
Well, you know, he's not as developed skill-wise as some guys, but you can't teach size. So he's a valuable backup for this team in that regard.
Marcus Thornton, he's checked in for J.J. Redick. And then for Sacramento, Cauley Stein, he's checked in for Cousins. McLemore has come in for Rudy Gay. And McCollum subbed in for Darren Collison. And he gets the bucket. 6 points for Jamal Crawford.
Good ball movement. He put that pass in the ideal spot, right where it needed to be.
They really want to find that igniter here.
Yeah, that's right. Kevin, the offense has basically been running in place.
They got to get going. Here's Freak. That's in, and he's 7 for 12 now in the game.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now, Greg, they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen. Tell you what, he can do a lot more damage to that rim than that when he wants to.
And you know, Clark, with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one.
Me too.
Well, I'll tell you what, I'm glad he didn't, because otherwise we'd probably have a 45-minute delay here if he shattered the backboard.
Second chance shot. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
He's done a much better job of getting to the line here. Aggressively taking it inside and not shying away from contact. I thought he was settling a bit in the first.
And he's good on the second. Here's Paul. 15 points in the game. And he lobs it up toward the rim, and the slam by Blake Griffin.
What a beautiful pass to set that one up.
The pass might have been pretty, but the finish, I thought, Clark, angry.
That's a heck of a combination. Pretty pass and an angry punch.
And that's what makes the alley-oop such a terrific play when you're able to execute it.
Outside for Rondo. 6 on the shot clock. The Kings need to get off a shot here. Sacramento again missing. Clippers leading by 16. Thornton with it. Now defended by McLemore. Good on the shot. That's now 8 points for Jamal Crawford.
You know, it's really hard not to notice the difference in the passing of these two teams today.
It's a stark discrepancy when you look at the assist columns and you see that difference as far as the fluidity in their respective offenses.
Here's Freak. And it's Griffin with the rebound.
There was just enough defensive pressure to get him off balance and cause that shot to go awry.
And that's the way you want to defend. Nice job there.
Always important to have that good interior defense.
And here's Los Angeles. They're on a 13-3 run. Thornton dishes to Paul. Good on the three-point shot. Paul's got 18 points in the game.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Everybody on the same page, completely in sync. Tremendous communication and awareness.
Some nice ball movement here by the Kings. The 3 from McCollum. That is good. He's got 8.
Tit for tat right there, huh, guys?
Didn't take him long at all, fellas, to get those 3 points back.
Crawford right side. Off the left rim and out. The Kings trail by 18. McCollum with the ball. 8 points for him. Passes it to McLemore. Parked down low that time, and he got the 3-second call.
You can't afford to be playing that loose right now.
Here's Galloway on the court for Sacramento. Freak in at the 4 spot. Bellinelli is out there with Collison. Then there's Rudy Gay, and it's Cousins in at the 5 spot. Now here's Pierce. He's tightly guarded, and the shot is good.
And those are the kinds of plays that are just killing them right now.
Collison kicks to Bellinelli. He hits Freak, top of the key. He dishes it to Cousins. And you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it 3.
Yeah, heard the whistle and then kept his focus and able to still knock it down.
And, Greg, to be able to take the bump like that and maintain control, that's not easy to do. I know you're kind of a little fella, but I was a big guy when I played, so I know how difficult that is. That was impressive.
I see.
Hansbrough's checked in for the Clippers. Roberson comes in for Jamal Crawford. Here's Roberson. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Redick inside the line. That's good, and so Galloway with the assist.
Guys, his consistency in terms of shooting has really helped them seize control.
Gay outside. Now here's Freak. Pierce covering. Here's Freak. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. That's on Paul Pierce.
At the line for the Clippers, Freak.
The first one falls. A different look for the Clippers. Jordan comes in for Tyler Hansbrough. And it's Griffin in for Andre Robertson. And both free throws good from Freak. For those just joining us, fourth quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it. Outside Griffin. Elbow shot. And it's the Clippers scoring again. Sacramento's gone to the three-pointer 11 times tonight and nailed 5 of them. There's the pick. Outside Collison. He kicks it to Freak. Griffin with the steal. Now here's Redick, the fast break opportunity. Lands soft on the front of the rim and drops. Redick's got 7 points here in this quarter.
They're leaning on that mid-range shot right now. That's 6 of their last 10 points from that area.
And it's working. As long as the defense gives you space, hey, let it fly.
For Los Angeles, they've gone 5 of 6 from the field to start the fourth quarter on a roll. And there's the feed to Griffin. Here's Jordan, and he makes it look easy, dunking it hard with one hand.
And putting in the work on the boards, and it's paying off with chances like that.
And Gia, he does put in the work. You're right. It's why he's on the finishing end of one putback slam after another.
Well, his effort has never been a question mark. He is an incredibly self-motivated player.
Here's Freak. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2.
That's his 5th personal foul. Shooting for Los Angeles, Freak.
Free throw good. Freak. Spencer Dinwiddie's checked in for the Clippers. And both free throws good from Freak. Clippers have gone 6 of 8 from the field in the fourth so far. It's been a great start to this final quarter for them. Pierce wide open. He fires. Shot's good. Griffin making the play. And it's 13 points for Paul Pierce. Pass to Bellinelli. Dishes it to Freak. Can't get it to go. Nice D from Griffin. The Clippers have gone 7 of 9 from the field down the stretch here in the fourth quarter. Terrific shooting. And he gets it to go.
He's flipped the script here in this half, shooting a much higher percentage from the field.
You got it. Let's get the ball inside.
Outside Collison.
Move the ball. It's sticking too much.
That's good.
Darren Colson.
Here's Galloway. Pass to Dinwiddie. They set the screen. He feeds it to Galloway. Shot clock at 6. To the wing on the left. Three-pointer. And again, it's the Clippers from deep.
And they came out smoking here from beyond.
And Greg, as hot as they are from out there, absolutely no reason at all not to just keep letting them fly.
Green, he's checked in for Sacramento.
4th team foul.
For the Clippers, Jamal Crawford, he's checked in for Pierce. Redick comes in for Spencer Dinwiddie, and Paul subbed in for Langston Galloway. Rondo against Paul, kicks it to Griffin. Griffin draws the double. Right side, Jordan. It's Redick on the wing. He's guarded by McCollum. Shoots. The Clippers keep it alive.
Tough play underneath to give them another shot.
And Redick kicks to Jordan. Koufos grabs the miss.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
McCollum passes to Rondo. The layup missed.
And that's the way you want to defend. Nice job there.
Always important to have that good interior defense.
Here's Crawford. The shot will not go. So the Kings will take it the other way. The pass to McLemore. Now here's Freak. He's guarded closely. McCollum dishes to Freak. Kings moving the ball around. McCollum kicks to Freak. The 11-footer and the basket good. Freak's got 6 in the quarter.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout. Big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for Los Angeles.
You're right, Steve. It was a standout performance across the board. They were just, at times, Clark, it seemed toying with it.
Yeah, like watching a cat play with a mouse, Kevin, quite honestly. They were able to do more or less, whatever they wanted to do.
And during the long NBA season, each contest important here tonight. Tonight's win will give them 4 on the season.
And once the horn sounds, they're going to go up 2-0 in the season series.
But, Greg, still 2 more games upcoming between these teams, so we could have a few more twists and turns down the road.
No surprise here, just a big-time performance for Blake Griffin. What more can you really ask of a guy? I mean, when you come out and get a triple-double, making contributions all over the place.
Now Rondo. It's Freak, top of the key. There's the dish to McLemore. Rondo kicks to Freak. Clark down low that time, and he got the 3-second call.
Just a total loss of concentration right there.
And, Greg, if they continue to make those kinds of mistakes, then this game could turn even more south on it, and south.
2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. There's a screen by Hansbrough. Galloway, the pass to Hansbrough. Marcus Thornton on the wing. Feeds to Galloway. Just 5 to shoot. Off the pick. It's tipped. So the Clippers winning this one easily. And the outcome of this one was never in doubt.
Yeah, they were clicking in every way. I mean, all cylinders go. No question about that. And once they pulled away, they didn't let up.
And a chance now to send you over to Doris Burke, standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Well, gentlemen, I'm here with Paul.
The 2K Sports post-game show.
Thank you, Kevin. And now we have the opportunity to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Blake Griffin. We watched a marvelous third quarter from him, and he basically... And that'll do it for this edition of the NBA on 2K Sports.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello and welcome, everybody. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. We're glad to have you with us on 2K Sports. In this game, we'll see the Indiana Pacers against the Sacramento Kings. And guys, for the Kings, the season hasn't started the way they had expected it to and have come up against some very difficult matchups. Still plenty of time, of course, to make adjustments, and tonight's game will be another opportunity to try to build that confidence this team needs. And with a few moments here, we've seen a lot of coaching turnover. When you played, Shaq, what did you like in a coach, and what set the good ones apart?
Well, my coach had to be a triple OC. He had to be over calm, over cool, over collective. Especially with all the media whirlwind in L.A., Phil Jackson is that guy. He kept things cool and collected in the locker room. He was a triple OC.
Triple OC, almost like a triple OG. But I'll tell you, great coaches have great relationships with their players. And those relationships go far beyond basketball. Most great coaches would talk to you 20% basketball, 80% life.
Triple OC, 80-20. Good stuff. Good stuff. Happy to be here with you two guys. It's very deep. Kevin Harlan, take it away.
Thanks, homie.
It's the Pacers, and they're doing business on the road. It's an interconference NBA matchup. We've got some terrific NBA action in store for you today. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. You look at Sacramento. These guys really need a win. Very frustrating right now. Look at guys, 0-9 to start this season.
And you wondered coming into the season if this team might have some issues, and that's been the case here thus far. We'll see if they can address those issues. It's a long season and find a way to turn it around.
Clearly some deficiencies in this roster that need to be addressed. I don't think anybody would disagree with that. I mean, they'd love to get back to around 500, but the way they're made and constituted, that'll be tough.
Here's the starting group for the Indiana Pacers. Paul George is out there with Lavoy Allen. Then there's Hill. Then there's Maurice Spates. And it's Ellis at the shooting guard position. On defense, Sacramento. Last game matched up with the Clippers. A tough loss there.
Yeah, and the second chance points, guys, mean a lot over the course of a game, and they just had so few opportunities, and I think that was their Achilles heel.
Yeah, I agree. Hard to win games when every offensive possession is one shot, then a jog back the other way to play defense.
And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot two.
Yeah, easy call.
Yeah, you can hear the smack all the way over here where we are.
The Kings shooting their first free throws of the game.
And their free throw percentage as a unit last year, 76%, right around the middle of the road.
And, you don't have to tell them what their free throw numbers are. I mean, they're well aware of it, believe me.
Looking at the last game for the Indiana Pacers, it was a loss to Golden State.
Yeah, plagued by foul trouble throughout in that game. I think it just forced them into some rotations that they weren't comfortable with.
Yeah, and the frustrating part, guys, is that's something that can be avoided. You can correct that, but you've got to move your feet and keep your hands to yourself. You've got to show some discipline.
And the technical free throw is good. And now, just over a minute played here in the first. And the rejection by Cousins. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Cousins. Here's Spates. Just 5 on the clock. Indiana needs to get a shot off. They grab their own miss. Allen, that's good.
And that putback about as easy a bucket as you're going to get.
Exactly what happens when you don't box out, Greg.
Well, Doris, an interesting game. Moments ago, you had a chance to talk with head coach Frank Vogel. What do you have to say?
Yes, Kevin, he said their focus has to be on the defensive end of the floor, going up against a team that's so crafty offensively. He said we can't have that many lapses because they will take advantage. Guys, we'll see how they do. Back to you.
Very good, Doris. Thanks. Well, guys, you think they'll be able to make that strategy work for them?
You know, they're a very high percentage shooting team, so he's right to focus on playing the tight D. As for whether it'll work, we'll see.
Hey, sometimes you just got to tip your hat. Even tough D can be outdone by good offense.
Here's Cousins. The Pacers making the shot, and that one's good.
Just no chance for the smaller defender to block that shot.
He's really, really good at using his size to free himself up for those mid-range jumpers. A master at it.
Now, here is George. 17 points for him last game against the Warriors in Oakland.
And equally impressive on the backboards. I thought his rebounding was huge.
Game. And there's the whistle on the shot. Took the foul. Shot misses. He'll be shooting two. And there's a call. It's on Indiana with the foul. The Kings shooting their third and fourth free throw shots of the night. And they now lead as the free throw drops for him.
That's a familiar sight. He hardly ever wastes his chances at the line. Cashes in regularly.
And Spades has it in the corner. Ellis kicks to Spades. And it is flushed down with a nice jam.
Elevates and powers in the one-hander.
Ah, textbook.
Yeah, and I'm glad, guys, he doesn't go overboard on that one and get a little too fancy.
Now, here's Cousins. He's coming off a 16-point game against the Clippers. Freak with it, working on Allen, and it's Freak missing for Indiana. They've gone 4 for 9 from the field to start this game off. Here's Allen. That ball's nice speed that time from George. 6 points for Allen. The Kings trail by 3. There's a screen. The drive by Collison, and Allen with the block. And they'll keep possession. For Indiana, they've gotten 5 of 10 shots to drop in this game so far. Right at the 50% mark. Spades. So the whistle blows on the shot, and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more. I mean, that's the message they were sending with that foul. Nothing easy inside.
And both free throws good for Spades.
We're seeing today what makes him one of the best free throw shooters among the league's big men. Beautiful stroke.
Collison with it. He's picked up by Hill. Collison kicks to Freak. Pass to Gay. And it's Spades with the rebound.
That's terrific defense right there to prevent from converting in close.
Ellis, the pass to Spades. Got a piece of it, but they recover it. The drive by Gay. Another miss by Gay.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that.
And goaltending is going to be the call, so they get the basket there anyway.
He thought he had that one clean, but the ref saw it differently. They'll count the basket.
Clark, they've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a little bit of cottonmouth here. Dry spell for sure.
Move the ball.
Collison dishes to Cousins. They need this. And that one off the back of the rim and in. Cousins has got his second bucket of the game to go. To the middle. There's Allen. That's good on the assist by Hill. And it's 8 points for Allen.
And he can time his passes so perfectly. Wow, what an assist.
And Freak throws it down.
And he just leaves the D in the dust and explodes to the basket.
You're right. Clark, maybe a momentum changer right there, huh?
It could be, Kevin. I mean, a dunk like that can sometimes get an opponent reeling.
And so it's Indiana with it. Sacramento making their last shot. And George kicks to Speights. The drive by Ellis. It's deflected.
Rebounding is going to be the focal point for them in this one, fellas. I can feel it.
It always is, and it has been so far, and they've gotten a nice edge on the glass.
Now here's Cousins. To the paint. The kick out to Collison. It's stolen by Hill. Here's George. Comes up empty down low.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
Collison, the pass to Freak. Cousins with a screen on Ellis. Here's Freak. Got it. And he's now 3 for 5 from the field.
I like the way he's not forcing anything, taking advantage of what the defense has given. He's been a key contributor for them in this quarter.
Hill against Collison. Hill kicks to Allen. Good. The assist goes to Hill. Hill's got 3 assists now in this one.
That's the 3rd bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle much more effectively.
You just cannot allow the offense to have that quality of a look each and every possession. Looking at some numbers for Hill. Good season for him last year. He put up about 15 points a game.
Some changes for Sacramento. McCollum's checked in for Bellinelli. Rajon Rondo is subbed in for Darren Collison. The Pacers also with a sub. Hill is checked in for Allen. Rondo. Freak dishes to McCollum. Rondo passes to Cousins. Down low. Here's Freak. Nice move. The shot is off. And Indiana will go the other way with it. And guys, this is the first they're seeing of Sacramento.
And this is a matchup that can frustrate them as they came up empty in their 2 games against them last year.
Guys, you wouldn't expect this year's series to go that way, but after last year, you never know.
Here's McCollum. Paul George making his last shot. Freak kicks to Rondo. George against Gay. 5 to shoot. Now here's Freak. He's covered closely. And it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. Cauley Stein, he's checked in for Sacramento. McLemore has come in for Rudy Gay. The Pacers also changing it up. Turner's checked in for Spates. Solomon Hill comes in for George. Rodney Stuckey's subbed in for Monte Ellis. Pick up by Hill. Oh, that's blocked. And up the court come the Kings on the break. McCollum, no good. And here's Indiana. They're on a 14-6 run. Hill kicks to Hill. Again, missing Hill.
Man, that is a missed opportunity right there.
And he'll be the first to tell you, Greg, that's one he should have knocked down.
McCollum, no good. Indiana leading by 7. Kicks it to Hill. Pass to Hill. Some nice passing here by Indiana. Stuckey with it. Now defended by McLemore. Hill passes to Stuckey. To the inside. Hill, no good.
Well, he gets it in close, but you have to credit that stifling defense for forcing the miss.
Exactly, Greg. I mean, defense like that really increases the degree of difficulty on that shot by a large amount.
There's Freak. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. Now Let's take a look at the most efficient scorers in the NBA from last year's campaign. Fifth on the list, Freak.
Well, I tell you what, this guy probably did not want the season to come to an end the way he was shooting the ball. He wanted to keep going.
No good on the free throw.
Check out the game for Freak. He's already up to 8 points and a couple of great-looking rejections. So far, 2 blocks.
Yeah, you know, he's had a great feel for their ball movement down low and for where to be when the shot's going up.
Hill, a screen on Rondo. Hill with it. Out defended by Freak. That drops. Hill's got his first points in this one.
How about how he sets his man up there, runs him right into the screen, and then gets the basket.
McLemore dishes to Rondo. McCollum with the screen for Rondo. And that one's good. Freak's got 11 points.
Great quarter for him at the offensive end, trying to will his team back in the game.
Hill, a screen on Rondo. The drive by Hill. Hill has the open look, and good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim. And the Pacers lead by 8.
Make it 10 of their last 12 points coming off assists.
You have to love the ball movement.
Rondo kicks to Cauley-Stein. Freak with it. Hill's there. Inside runner. And it's sent back by Hill. And up the court come the Pacers on the break. Hill passes to Turner. Stuckey left side. To the paint. Here's Hill. Basket is good. The assist from Stuckey. And it's a 10-point Pacer lead.
Well, I tell you what, I need to see some more assertiveness out of these defenders. They're not getting the job done.
That's a great point. 10 of the last 12 points they've allowed have come at the rim.
Rufus checked in for Freak. Second quarter of action, about a minute and a half played. Freak, he's in at the 4 spot. Collison is out there with Bellinelli. Then there's Rudy Gay. And it's Cousins in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's the 5 out there for the Kings. Now, here is Hill. The 12-point lead, their biggest of the game. Here's Spates. And it's Rudy Gay with the rebound.
Awesome defense. I mean, he'll hit those unless you're right in his grill.
Got it. Get the ball inside.
Here's Freak. It's rebounded by Indiana. Spates has got 4 rebounds now tonight. Here's Ellis. And they're going to count the bucket and send him to the line. It could be a 3-point play.
How about the way he's able to angle his body to shield the big fella off and still get the finish?
You've got to be clever with your sleight of hand when you get inside and try to finish against the bigger guys. And he made it look easy that time.
From the sideline, let's catch up with Doris Burke.
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Clippers was superb. He finished with 25 points and played some lockdown defense as well, causing havoc on both ends of the floor. It was the kind of game that coaches love because he was a big factor in every play, it seemed.
All right, thanks so much, Doris. What a great report, and what a jaw-dropping performance that was, guys.
I couldn't believe what I was seeing. I mean, he's given himself a hard act to follow here tonight.
You know what? But as good as he was, it's hard to think there won't be at least some sort of carryover effect, guys. I mean, he still has to be riding pretty high.
Now Collison. Paul George missing from long range. Here's Freak. It's rebounded by Indiana. Spates has got his 5th rebound in this one.
Their game plan needs to change if they're going to get out of this hole because he is just not there offensively.
And George kicks to Allen. The dish to Spates.
That's a wall.
And it's Freak with the rebound. Freak's got his 4th rebound in this one. Here's Bellinelli. His second shot goes in. Off to a good start, 2 for 2.
Excellent work there in transition.
Yeah, I think it's always better to go early in transition, to attack when it's there, because oftentimes you can beat the defense down the floor.
Now, here's George. 8 points for him. Indiana again missing. Collison with it. Picked up by Ellis. A drive by Collison. Cousins inside. Spates on him. Gets it down to single digits. 6 points for DeMarcus Cousins. Indiana leading by 9. Let's go over to the sideline with Doris Burke.
Kevin, I was able to hear the advice Frank Vogel gave. Difference as we approach halftime, Kevin.
And thank you, Doris. And it's the Pacers with the ball. Hill with it. He's coming off a 28-point game against Golden State.
You know, and in watching that game, he did a really nice job of passing the basketball, scoring, and setting up his teammates.
The shot by Speights, nobody around. Misses, and the dry spell continues.
Frozen. Guys just ice cold, unable to contribute offensively.
Gay misses.
I tell you what, folks, I bet he won't miss that shot next time he takes it.
And there's the foul, and Darren Collison picks it up. That's his first foul.
They are really struggling with fouls, Kevin. It's still early, but one more foul, and they're over the limit.
On the wing, Ellis. Bellinelli is covering. Pass to George. That's in, and that's his fourth basket of the night. He's taken 7 shots, a solid 57%.
I love the killer instinct he shows right there, exploding to the rim to add to the lead.
Now here's Gay. He's coming off a 16-point game against the Clippers in Los Angeles. And the whistle blows as the basket counts, and a 3-point play chance right here. One free throw coming up.
Another bucket in the paint. That's something they just have not been able to stop today.
Yeah, the defense is all about disrupting timing and spacing, and what they've got going right now is not getting it done.
Hill with it. Picked up by Collison. Here's Speights. That falls. Nice speed that time from George. George has got 3 assists now in this one.
Pretty passing. Timely recognition as to where the open man was.
Bellinelli up top. He's guarded by Ellis. It's stolen by Hill. Plays it in off the breakaway. And the Pacers lead by 13. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Pacers.
Well, I think the defensive aggressiveness on display here has caught them off guard. Playing airtight defense and coming up with the steals.
Yeah, the other thing, though, is they have attacked in the open floor. They're definitely getting a lot of easy ones that way.
Here's Freak following the basket by George Hill.
No doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for him here in this quarter in terms of scoring.
The shot by George, wide open. And it's Freak with the rebound. Freak's got rebound number 8 now on the night. And Bellinelli kicks to Freak to the middle. Excellent D there from Allen. Pacers leading by 13. Here's Ellis. And he floats in for the easy 2. Credit the assist on that one.
And really the transition defense starting to let them down.
The last 4 buckets they've surrendered have come in transition. At some point, you've got to make an adjustment. Got a chance here to check out how the Kings ranked in the NBA last season, Kevin. 7th in rebounding, 9th in fast break points. And in terms of scoring points off turnovers, a decent season for them. I mean, they were in the top half of the league in that category.
And I like how they held their own on the boards. I mean, that's so critical. They brought that effort and fortitude to battle every night, just never backing down.
Here's Bellinelli. Here's Freak. Excellent D there from Allen.
You can see the frustration in the quarter on his face, especially with his team trailing.
That is good. And that's 12 points here for George.
You know, of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is major smash mouth basketball, guys.
All about imposing your will offensively, getting exactly the kind of looks their coach drew up.
To halt the run, and it's Freak missing.
Oh, boy, I tell you what, they don't get much uglier than the quarter he's having.
Yeah, and it's not showing any signs, Greg, of turning around here soon. I mean, his touch is basically gone AWOL.
Indiana shooting their 7th and 8th attempts at the foul line tonight, and the first one drops.
They've been ineffective in this one. Just no slowing down for Spates. He has 8 points, and he's done his job at the charity stripe. He's gotten 4 of his points from there.
And that's a good place to get them. They don't come easier than that, but you've got to get yourself there first.
And the Kings making a change here. McCollum's checked in, and a change for the Pacers. Hill, he's checked in for Lavoy Allen.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
And it's been a well-rounded performance. I mean, strong rebounding has certainly been at the center of it, but it's been good on a number of levels.
Here's Cousins. Paul George making his last shot. Now, Freak. He's coming off a 25-point game against the Clippers.
And also, his assist total tells you about the job he did of keeping his head up and keeping his teammates involved. They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And when you make 5 in a row in close like that, it also takes pressure off your perimeter guys, too.
Now here's Freak. The feed to McCollum. Cousins with a screen on Ellis. McCollum dishes to Freak. And stolen by Spates. Oh, and here we go. Ellis has got it, the fast break chance. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. For Indiana, they have been coming through at the charity stripe. They've made 7 of their 8 attempts.
And the season ago, they hit about 75% of their free throws.
And the Kings will go for a different look. And through one half, it hasn't.
Rebounding certainly a big part of the contributions you've made early in this one. Do you think this game...
Why you not on 1-9?
Which team hustles the most?
Yeah, it's going to be...
Welcome you back to the NBA here on 2K Sports. And we're ready to get going once more. The players having a chance to have a short break and get some rest themselves and get refueled and hydrated with some Gatorade. More terrific basketball in store for us tonight.
Well, how about Paul George in this one? He has 14 points, and he's created a lot of chances for his teammates also.
And Clark, some of those assists that he's gotten today have been just electric.
Our second half of basketball and presented by Gatorade. Let's see who's all fueled up and on the floor to start the third. On the court for Indiana, Hill is out there with Ellis. Then there's Allen. Then there's Maurice Spates, and it's George in at the small forward. Now here's Freak. Paul George unable to get his shot to go. Down low and stolen by Spates. And a fast break now for the Pacers. George with the ball. Gay drives in, and the layup's good off the glass. Gay's got 6.
Guys, that's just really unstoppable. He poses a ton of matchup problems for whomever he's facing.
To the paint, here's Allen, and he caught that pass in full stride on his way to the big slam.
Flying high and throwing down the hard one-hander.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys.
And really, he does that one as well as anyone. Kev, you're right. That's like his signature move once he goes airborne.
Here's Collison following the score by Indiana. Shot clock at 6. Here's Freak. He shot 3 of 5 from the line.
In their last contest, guys, he was unconscious from the foul line.
Splashed them one after another. It really was quite a display from the strike.
Keep it up.
I don't think you really can say enough about the work he's put in and the massive strides he's made in his free throw shooting, guys. I mean, his numbers are way up this year.
Indiana leading by 19. Hill passes to Ellis. There's the screen. Right side George. Lots of room. Good, and the assist goes to Ellis. 16 points for Paul George.
He's been one of their more reliable options today, guys. I mean, his shooting has led them to this lead.
Here's Bellinelli. Freak and Allen with the block. A baseline J. Again, Indiana.
That's their third straight make off an assist.
Great ball movement.
You got it. Let's get the ball inside.
Second half of play with just under 2.5 minutes gone. Outside, Bellinelli. That's good. Bellinelli's got 7.
They're doing work here in the second half. 3 or 4 to start.
Pacers have gone 3 or 4 so far in the third quarter from the field. Pretty good start to the half. Let's go quickly over to Jordan for an update.
Hey, Kevin, during that last break, I heard Frank Vogel addressing his team. He made it clear that their offense needed to run through Paul George. Coach emphasized getting him as many touches as possible, saying he is going to be one of the guys to carry us the rest of the way. Those are likely not the last adjustments they make today, guys. There's still time left in this one. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, Doris, thank you very much. Here's Freak. After the made shot from Monte Ellis. The kick out to Collison. Gay against George. 4 on the shot clock. Low block shot. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
And now look at Lavoy Allen here. He had a strong showing last season. Was in at about 9 points per, 9 rebounds, and 2 assists. And some pretty good numbers, guys. He's certainly making a contribution.
Better than expected. He still has a ways to go, but I like what I'm seeing right now.
Good on the second free throw. Pacers leading by 21. Hill kicks to George. Pick up by Hill. George dishes to Spates. Back to George. Shakes off the strong D and gets to the bucket for 2. George has got 6 points in the quarter. And for Sacramento, they're shooting 39% from the floor. Not their best. And here's Collison. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. That's good.
And that's what he does. I mean, he is a bucket getter.
The Pacers have gone 5 of 6 so far from the field in the second half. Tremendous efficiency. Hill passes to Ellis. Spates sets a screen for Allen. Up top, Spates. And again, it's Indiana converting.
You know, one aspect of their play today that's really been tight and far superior is their passing.
And that kind of flow can be elusive, but the great offenses have it, and that's just what they've shown here tonight.
And so here's Sacramento. The Pacers making the shot. And that one's good. Freak's got 20 points.
They'll take as many of those looks as they can get.
Pacers leading by 21. Hill kicks to Ellis. Inside, George. Yes, and it's Ellis picking up the assist. And it's now 22 points here for George. Gay outside. Cousins with a screen on George. Freak with it. He's against Allen. Stolen by Allen. And a fast break now for the Pacers. Here's George. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2. It's going to be on Rudy Gay.
2 shots. Foul.
Free throw good. Paul George.
Taking 2 shots.
He's perfect from the line this time. Now here's Collison. He kicks to Bellinelli. Freak with it. Shot left block. And Allen with the block.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Yeah, rebounding has been a big key in this one, Greg. They've asserted their will and have taken control on the glass.
And a breakdown here, guys. The hustle stats for the Pacers.
We've seen them make the extra effort from a defensive standpoint, closing out airspace and sending shots back.
They've been firing on all cylinders in the transition game, too. I mean, they've really run the break well.
5 on the clock. Cousins with a screen on Spates. Cannot hit. So the Pacers will take it the other way. Moving on from this game, they're scheduled to take on the Lakers at the Staples Center. And that concludes this long 6-game road trip. Hill kicks to Ellis. That's tipped. An even 3-on-3 break.
Let's get the ball inside.
Right wing. And a wide open look for Freak. It's rebounded by Indiana.
It's not winning basketball when you're attempting shots like that.
Yeah, come on now. You got to remember it's a team game. He's got 4 teammates out there with him. I don't think he needs to try to do it all by himself like that.
You got it. Let's get
Clark, they've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a little bit of cottonmouth here. Dry spell for sure.
And he was camped in the lane there, and he gets the 3-second call.
How about a look at the Pacers and where they ranked in the NBA last season? 3rd in three-point field goal percentage. 13th in scoring, and they were in the top half of the league in assists as well. Not elite level, not quite good, but okay.
And talking about their three-point percentage, really a hallmark, I think, of successful offenses in today's NBA. And they use that shot to a devastating effect all season long.
Now, here is George. He's got 24. Now Collison. Gay outside. To end the drought. Ball's knocked loose. Stolen by George. Oh, and here we go. Ellis has got it. The fast break chance. Outside, George. He dishes it to Hill. From the line. And it's Freak with the rebound.
And that's a well-contested shot.
Well, we've seen him before. He does not allow you to just get easy baskets. He's always going to make you work for it.
Now, here's Collison. Back to Rondo. To the middle. The Pacers pull it in. Allen's got 6 rebounds in the game. Ellis dishes to Hill. On the wing, George. And the Pacers can't get it to go.
He's not exactly striping them from deep. He had 1 3-ball in the first half. Still bagels in the second.
Textbook. Nice pass. Great catch. Even better finish.
For Indiana, they've gone 8 of 14 on their shot attempts here in the third. Some pretty nice work. Pick up by Hill. George sets a screen for Ellis. Outside, George. And it's George again missing. The Kings have gone a solid 6 of 11 when shooting here in the third quarter. Collison, the pass to Freak, and he finishes it off with a one-handed jam.
Certainly that shot well within his range.
I would hope so.
And especially when he caps it off with the steady one-hand jam.
Here's George. Out of bounds. Pacers ball as Indiana keeps possession. And the Kings will go for a different look here. Cauley-Stein, he's checked in for Cousins. Koufos comes in for... And it's a completely new group on the floor for the Kings. George is checked in for Indiana. Freak, he's in at power forward. Bellinelli is out there with Collison. Then there's Rudy Gay. And it's Cousins in at the 5 down low. That's the 5 out there for the Kings.
You got it. Let's get the ball inside.
Collison kicks to Bellinelli. Feeds to Cousins. Good work defensively by Turner.
Yeah, but you have to love that tough interior defense.
And, Greg, that's exactly what he gives you. I mean, he's constantly making his presence felt around the rim.
And it's Hill. That time the assist by Stuckey. That's 10 points for Hill.
Didn't have any problem knocking that one down. Another defensive lapse leading to 2 more.
Gay dishes to Freak. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up.
The story in the first half was their low free throw percentage. They've corrected that here in the second half, and hopefully they can build on it as this game continues to progress.
And Indiana making a change here. Hill's checked in. He hits the second from the line. Pacers leading by 22. Outside, George. Outside, Turner. Pulls it from the elbow. And it's Sacramento with the rebound. Freak's got 12 rebounds here tonight. Big time effort. Collison kicks to Freak. Stolen by George. And here we go. George head.
Just a good, solid, aggressive finish there on the break.
Not going to get much easier than that, Greg. Simple.
And the replay, of course, presented by Kia. What a play. Collison kicks to Cousins. There's the bucket. Good.
You know, he's knocking down his shots today, but it hasn't really translated to the scoreboard yet.
Hill, a screen on Collison. Hill passes to Hill. Hill dishes to Hill. Screen by Ellis. Hill kicks to Ellis. The timely screen gave him a step, and he took it all the way.
And an open path to the hoop there. Easy bucket. We've seen that far too many times today.
Dishes to Freak. And a strong finish with 2 hands.
Solid work on the back end of that play.
Yeah, finish hard with 2 hands on the stuff.
Yeah, nothing extravagant, guys, but again, no need on that one.
Hill, a screen on Collison. Hill kicks to Hill. Good, and it's Hill picking up the assist. 12 points for Hill.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Dime-dropping delights is what I call it.
Yeah, that's a nice pass. I will give you that one.
Yep, he was on the money, that's no doubt. Indiana's gone 2 of 5 on 3-point shots since the end of the third quarter. George double-teamed. Here's Hill. Inside, Hill slides through for his 7th basket in 11 tries.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now, Greg, they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
No question he got bumped on that shot.
Yeah, the officials didn't need to talk that one over. It was obvious.
Free throw good. Freak. Some changes for Sacramento. Kufis checked in for Cousins. Ben McLemore comes in for Rudy Gay. And McCollum subbed in for Bellinelli. Then for the Pacers, Solomon Hill comes in for George. And it's Vasquez in for George Hill. Pick up by Hill. Ellis, the pass to Hill. Got a hand on it. And here's McLemore. He feeds it to Freak. A 3-ball. That's good from McLemore on the assist by Freak.
A wide open 3. They need much better communication defensively.
Pacers leading by 21. Here's the screen. Hill sets the screen for Hill. 11 feet away. Kufis with the block. The drive by Collison. And there's the pass to McLemore. Cannot hit. Great defense that time from Ellis. And for the Pacers, they're shooting 32% in the fourth, perhaps looking a bit tired. Stolen by McCollum. Passes it to Freak. To the wing right side. Clock at 6. that free throw missing.
He's simply just willing himself to the line here.
Sacramento making some changes. DeMarcus Cousins, he's checked in for Koufos. Gay comes in for McLemore, and it's Bellinelli in for C.J. McCollum. Indiana also making some changes. Allen's checked in for Turner. Paul George comes in for Solomon Hill, and George Hill's subbed in for Vasquez. There's a good screen, doubled by Collison. Out of bounds, Sacramento will take possession.
No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
The Kings trail by 20. Screen by Cousins. Collison against Hill. Out to the wing. 13 feet away. Gay, that's good. Gay's got 9 points now in just the second half.
He's definitely turned things around in this game. I mean, he was more of a background player in the first half. He's jumped center stage now.
Hill dishes to George. And a wide open look here for Ellis. And once again off the mark by Indiana. Sacramento's gone 4-6 from outside the arc tonight. And Bellinelli kicks to Collison. To the inside. Gay passes to Freak. Shot clock at 5. From deep. It's hauled in by Paul George. George has got his 4th rebound in this one.
And this is going to end in a lopsided victory. I love the tenacity and aggressiveness as well as the ability to close. You really got to give it up here for the Pacers.
And Clark, their hard work on the glass paid off.
You know, they both are excellent rebounding teams. I thought it was a tough battle underneath both ways.
And during the long NBA season, each contest important here tonight. Tonight's win will give them 4 on the season.
And when you play a team twice like these two will this season, always nice to win the first one as they'll go up 1-0 in the season series against the Kings.
And as usual, great numbers and a dominant display for George. He was extremely efficient offensively, got good looks, and really knocked down big shots all game long.
And stolen by Gay. Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds.
Got it. Let's get the ball inside.
Collison dishes to Bellinelli. Puts up the baby hook. And that one's good. Freak's got 30.
Nice job getting inside for the layup. Got the D-thinking jump shot, gave a little pump fake, and then off to the races.
Ellis outside. So no problem for Indiana as they get the win. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were waiting for something to get excited about, Greg, but they never got it.
They sure didn't. I mean, they just rolled to this win. They made it look really easy. What an efficient performance at both ends.
And a chance now to send you over to Doris Burke, standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Guys, Paul George standing.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Hi again, everybody. This is Ernie Johnson, joined by Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Time now, Paul George.
Boom, boom, boom. That's right, Ernie. Instruments. This guy was instrumental.
And that'll do it for tonight. For Kenny Smith, Shaquille O'Neal,